Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Ebben with a WBZ News Update. Our top stories: a father and son from Watertown who ran a lottery fraud scheme will spend years in prison. Federal prosecutors say 63-year-old Ali Jafar and his 29-year-old son Youssef offered to help prize winners avoid paying taxes in return for a fee. Investigators say the two cashed in 14,000 winning lottery tickets over a decade, laundered more than $20 million, and then lied on their tax returns, cheating the IRS out of about $6 million. A judge sentenced the father to 5 years in prison. His son will serve more than 4 years. New numbers from the Anti-Defamation League find Massachusetts in second place in white supremacist propaganda in the U.S. in 2022, a finding the ADL calls troubling. And it is urging state lawmakers to crack down on hate crimes and online harassment. According to the ADL study, Massachusetts also came in sixth place last year when it came to anti-Semitic harassment, vandalism, and assault. The study also reports Massachusetts saw a 41% increase in anti-Semitic incidents last year alone, from 108 in 2021 to 150 incidents in 2022. New Hampshire State Police arrested a 36-year-old man from Florida allegedly going 171 miles an hour on a motorcycle. We're told it happened in Exeter. State Police tell us one trooper first clocked the motorcycle at 120 miles per hour before it increased to 160, then 171 before the man was pulled over. The motorcyclist was arrested on several charges, including driving while intoxicated and reckless driving. Let's get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Zack.
The mainly dry trend, it continues today. Pollen count still high. The breeze is still coming off the water, allowing for that temperature divide. Interior locations a little bit warmer, but we are dry this time around. Showers on Wednesday evening, very short-lived. Really shouldn't be any impact, so we'll have that timing coming up in just a moment. Comfortable temperatures continue right into the end of the week, and in fact, we get a boost from Memorial Day weekend. 70s, if not 80s, almost every afternoon, Saturday through Monday. And for the moment, it is still looking good, but there's obviously always some skepticism when you're talking a holiday stretch in southern New England, and there is a system that may do enough to dial itself in towards the holiday on Monday. 57 right now in Boston. The reason behind the cool spot in the city, the 10-mile-per-hour breeze due east, so it is coming right off the water, allowing for the cool down for all coastal locations. But you notice there's clouds to the southeast, there's clouds to the northwest, and we are squeezed into brilliant sunshine. The difference, however, has that little touch of smoke. The smoke aerosols just do not want to leave from the Canadian wildfires. May do enough to scour those out later tomorrow night as the rain starts to pull on through, and then a front really seems to drop that out of the way. But 64 in Bedford as well as Norwood, 65 leading the way in Keene. Monadnock region, where you guys are outside of the wind influence, you see on the gauge there's really nothing to contend with. You guys have the warmest spot through the height of the day. 3-mile-per-hour breeze, barely anything to register out through Worcester County. And then we get 10 to 15 miles per hour from Boston to the South Shore, the Cape and the Islands. Not exactly a rocky ride, but it will be influencing the official highs of the day. So we're only going to stair-step a degree or two from where we currently stand for those right by the water. And then we'll start to calm the winds down, and we'll get a southerly nudge as we go through the overnight hours. And for tomorrow, that's going to shift the temperature gauges. So today, we're going to be cooler than seasonal as we go along the coastline, and then we get it back above average as we go out towards the west. Tomorrow's shift is going to give us that southerly nudge, and that's going to allow for the south coast, the Cape, and the islands to hold on to the 60s, where everybody to the north and west of Buzzards Bay, North Shore, even Cape Ann included, will have a better case of seeing the low to mid 70s. Could be closing in on 80 degrees for some areas out towards the Granite State. We are tracking in some showers, though, late tomorrow night. There really shouldn't be any flex here. I think it's just going to be a few additional cases to come along for interior spots right around sunset, and then we'll start to drain it a little farther to the east. As that occurs, we lose a lot of fuel to the fire. I think this is actually overselling just how much rain arrives right around midnight. A lot of this faucet is going to turn off, and by the time we wake up on Thursday morning, I think we're probably going to be on the drier end of the spectrum as high pressure builds back in, and that has the commanding charge for most of the days following. However, you see this wobbling system down towards the Carolina coastline. There's some indications that it will at least toss some moisture in our direction, so maybe more residual cloud cover than anything else from Sunday into Monday. We'll just keep a close eye on some of the isolated rain possibilities going into the holiday itself. Nonetheless, warmer still. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday all hovering around 80 degrees.
I'm Paula Ebben. This has been a WBZ News Update.